Yeah. What's going on, people? What's going down? It's your boy Prototype Virgo. What's happening? Back with another Kingdom catch up. It's been a while, but I do kind of like to let the Kingdom chapters build up so I have something to read and I don't get cliffhangered all the time. Because Kingdom loves its cliffhangers. You dig? You already know how it is. Gonna get to it real quick. Last time Shin became Re Shin. I was pumped about that. He's finally got a last name. And let's get it. All right. Kingdom chapter 642. Whoa. Oh, a dream inside of comrades by his side. Kyokai 10. Gang. Chapter 641, first class exemplary reward. Sure are a lot of them. Yeah, been half a day already and there's still no end in sight. These guys must be from Sanseki. They did say the early bird gets the worm and the earlier the better in this case. I sorta wanted to do it too. Dad, are we there yet? Shush. We still got ages to go. Are you okay, Grandpa? Can't take any more. Maybe we should have stayed at the village after all. Don't be stupid. Just moving there alone will save us from paying taxes for a whole year. Not to mention all the work available. The only way left is forward, to our new home. 5 months have passed since the fall of Gyo. After securing their hold on the triangular patch of land that lay between Retsubi, Ryoyu, and Gyo, Keen wasted no time at all before migrating its citizens to their new territory. There were those who came of their own volition, tempted by the extremely generous benefits offered. Others were forced to relocate, not just by themselves, but their entire village with them. The scale of movement was so large that it made the previous Sanyo Eastern country migration pale in comparison. Traveling in tandem with them was a non-stop stream of armed soldiers, who had been dispatched to guard the civilians. Will this really work out? They promised to provide us with food and housing. To the commanders of Keen, this mass migration that took them past the reaches of Recipe was a journey into unknown lands. Kanyo. Moki! Kario 10. It's been too long since you first set out, I believe. Both of us have been busy, so it's been hard to meet up. Although I spent some time relaxing after the journey home. Were you summoned by Sensei? Yeah, he wanted to talk about something, so I came quickly. Is it concerning the battle at Shukai Plains? Yeah. Just to clarify, some discrepancies in some other people's reports. This will be the third time. Proper debriefing after war is always important. I've been helping him out every now and then too. There's still a lot on both of our plates to deal with. About your Gramps. Wait, no, I mean Adjutant Kozan of the Gyoko. Moten said he raised the two of you like you were his own children. But at Shukai Plains, Hoken. Yes, I heard from my brother. And for it to have been in Hoken's hands. Who in turn would go on to be defeated by Shin of the High Shin unit. My brother told me all the details. How it was such a taxing duel that it brought Shin to the brink of death. Yeah. He would have liked to avenge Gramps, but understands it would have been difficult at the time. In fact, he told me he was grateful to Shin, who carried it out in his stead. But it wasn't just Gramps who fell in that war. So many gone. The High Shin unit also lost many brothers in arms. We set off with so many comrades, but not all were fortunate enough to return, which is why we cannot afford to stop. We have to keep moving forward. He would exactly. Allow me to educate you on the current situation beyond Retsubi. Ooh, even brought a map. I'd have expected nothing less. You did say you wanted to meet up just to talk about this. Isn't it? It's a bit sad, isn't it? I'm kidding. Behold, the updated map of Keen, complete with our newest territory. Wait a second. Did we take back everything up to Sanyo? Wait. To's army had to leave the position to attack Retsubi after all. Wei's Gohome was quick to seize the chance. Thanks to To, quickly returning after securing Retsubi, they were able to halt them at Sanyo. And it can't be helped, I guess. And we earned much more than we lost. That Gyo Ryoyu line we've established is huge. Indeed. At any rate, our first priority now is to move more of our people over and saturate the land with keen citizens. But isn't the whole area past Retsubi still pretty unstable? Is it really okay to rush so many over now? It is. Far better to send over people now to stabilize the region first. In fact, Rishi has been dispatched to the region. He has previous experience with Sanyo, so our recent reports from the area have all been about how efficient his operation has been. Then the only real thing to fear is the Zhao army. New lands means the establishment of new borders. They have better knowledge of those lands than us, so there are plenty of weak points for them to exploit. Right, and so, General Usun has deployed his forces specifically with the possibility of a Zhao counterattack in mind. And the situation on the front? Not too bad, actually. The reasoning being, even now, Riboku still remains under lock and key in Kanton cellars. Sensei told me of that earlier, but he's still in there? Weren't there rumors of a death penalty? No, that won't happen. His supporters have made enough of a ruckus to just barely prevent that. So what do you think of this situation right now, Karyote? It's... Oh! Oh! Sheesh. What's good, Ray? It seems to have brought me away. Sheesh. For sure, K7. What's up, Loner? What's good, Billy? With Iboko missing from Zhao's helm, there is no better time to attack than the present. Sensei and I are of the same mind. Sensei has already started thinking of plans for an invasion. Does that mean we're finally going after their capital? Well, I say that, but it's still the early stages where he's sorting through intel. We're really swamped right now, after all, so don't get your hopes up too soon, Karyo-ten. There's still a few things that need to happen first. For example, a certain ceremony. Ceremony? Mm-hmm. The one that kept being pushed back again and again. The award ceremony. This is the waiting room. Please feel free to get changed here. Change of clothes? Ain't got any. I like these, okay? Yeah? Look at all those people. Rishin. Oh, what you say? I still can't get used to that name. Sire, please hurry. There's still work to be done. I see you're still your usual self. Look at them fancy threads on you. Really got that king vibe going on. Sire, please. The Chancellor is going to hit us. Shin, today it's finally happened. I will see you in the Great Hall. Woo! It's time! Whew! Yes, sir. Usun. Given how unwise it would be for all three commanders to leave their posts at the same time, only Commander Usun will return to receive his first class award of Supreme Exemplary Service. Thank you. Yotamwa and Kanki would also receive Supreme Exemplary Awards of near equal value. Baggio and Marone were sent back to receive the awards on their behalves. I said I'd head back right away, but not before 10 days of freedom first. Marone! Uhan of the Gyokoho, Muten of the Gakuka, Rishin of the Haishin come forward. There were several members of the Haishin unit who were allowed to enter Kanyo's innermost region, where they stood waiting with bated breath. Their eyes all focused on a series of intermediaries that ended with Karyo-ten outside the hall. Despite being a 5,000-man commander, Moten Gakuga was able to take command of 20,000 men and save the left wing from the brink of annihilation. He would then go on to fight equally against a Zhao army of more than 30,000 led by Zhao General Kisui. Their accomplishments may not be flashy, but there is no doubt that the efforts of Moten and the left wing were one of the keys to victory at Shukai Plains. Thus, it is my pleasure to announce he shall receive a first-class award of exemplary service. You hear that, Gramps? Moving on. Also a 5,000-man commander, Ohan and his Gyokoho unit were able to tear wide swaths through enemy lines despite being cut off from his allies. And when a co-commander of the right wing was taken out of commission, he was able to take command of our men. Not only that, he personally slew Guillaume, considered to be one of the strongest of Zhao's commanders. It is also my pleasure to announce that he shall receive a first-class reward of exemplary service. And last but certainly not least, Ri Shin of the High Shin unit. As 5,000-man commander, his efforts of the right wing were no less than Gyoko Ho's by any measure. These two were the anchors that held them steady in the storm. This man put to rest Gakue, one of Zhao's most twisted, who has haunted us since Kyoko Hills. Chiogyaru, a peer to Gyon, was also brought down by him. And that's not all. As his crowning achievement, tears are coming out. The abominable Hoken, one of the three great heavens of Zhao, hated foe of Keen who slew Oki, Dukyu, and even the esteemed General Kyo of the past, has once and for all by none other than this man been slain. Hence, all who stand here today bear witness that from this moment on, these three youngsters are hereby made Generals! Let's go! You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it. It's time. It's time. It's time. Go crazy. Go stupid. Go nuts. Go bonkers. Go bananas. They're generals. It is time. Shin. Han. Yeah, he did it. He did. He finally did it. General Shin, no. It is the birth of General Shin. Bursting with emotion right now, Wuhan. Not really, no. Finally. Get what he deserves. Woo! Chapter 643. You love to see it. Following Shin's promotion to general, celebrations at Shin's new home continue for 3 days and 3 nights. Yeah, Shin. Make up your mind on whether you want to laugh or cry, but hey. General Shin, General Shin, General Shin, General Shin, General Shin. Keep it down, yeah. Hold up, hold up. Holla, 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 holla. I gotta get my man Shin on the screen. He's a general. He's a coochie scout. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Gotta get my man Shin on the screen. Gotta get him here. Gotta get the great general on screen. You already know what it is. My man Shin doing his thing. You love to see it. Good golly, Miss Molly. Whatever. Big homie Shin. Being the great general that he is. My homie. Love to see it. General Shin. But that reprieve did not last long. The fact that Shin was now general, meant that the high Shin unit scale would grow to an all-new height. Chapter 643, Show of Resolve. Strategist, 100 bodyguards and messengers. Kario 10. General, Rishin. Lieutenant, 5,000 man commander, Kyoka. 1,500 cavalry, 3,500 infantry. N, 1,000 man commander. 1,000 man commander, so sweet. 1,000 man commander, Gakuri, Rai, Garo, Naki. Denyu with 1,000, Sugen with 1,000, Denai with 500. Hyrule and Scout second. Bihei at least commands 100. He weak as hell, but at least he got 100 people. The men that now march under the High Shin unit's banner numbered 10,000. And if you were to include Kayokai's unit as well, then for all intents and purposes, they were a force 15,000 strong. By this point, it will be more accurate to call them an army. And in preparation for the battles that loomed ahead, they threw themselves headfirst into even more brutal training regime. Until 1 month later, at the orders of Shohei-kun, Chief of Military Affairs, they once again bade farewell to their homes and set off for a war-stricken soil. Their target, Eastern Keen, the city that had now become the largest staging point on the Zhao-Keen border, Gyo. Bihei-san, it's finally time for the real thing. After the promotion of 100-man commander, look at how cool the Bihei banners are. It's more amazing that Bihei got promoted rather than Shin making general. I want to go home. This can't be right. At first, I was all like, woo! 100-man commander, woo! Shin's a general. But after calming down, has really sunk in, you know? I mean, can you believe it? 10 friggin' thousand men, and me in charge of 100 people? Calm down, Bihei-san. Nope, no way. Can I be responsible for the lives of 100 guys? Let me go back to the 10-man squad leader. That's right, just right for me. I'm going to go resign right now. It's too late for that. And Shin's got 10,000 lives to worry about. Just thinking about it is barf. Bihei threw up. Don't you worry, sir. You got the Tan brothers under your command. Yeah, no. Hey, look over there. Another army is heading in the same direction. It's a lot of men. Wonder who they are, It's the Gakuka. Yo, General Rishin. Yo, General Muten. Uh-huh. Ka. Oh, you rocking a new style now? Yeah? Who's that? My new lieutenant, Ison. Hello. He transferred over from my old man's army. That's so? The Gyokuhu is also heading for Gyo. They're setting out 1 day later. With our 3 armies combined, that'll be 35,000 men. With a number like that, just the 3 of us alone will be enough to wage war. It's true. But that ain't no surprise. After all, we're generals now. Generals. Oh, good to see someone's happy at least. And what's with that laugh? Shin ugly as hell. But I'm not stopping there. I'm going to keep going higher and higher until I reach Great General of the Heavens. Yes, I know. See, Ison? I told you Sin was an interesting guy. Let us agree to disagree. You know, for me, I kind of feel like I'm seesawing between excitement and nervousness. You're nervous? Yeah. I mean, this is it. We're finally going after the capital, Kantan. The fate of Zhao itself shall be decided by the outcome of the next battle. So all we need to do is see it through to the end. Only thing you should be feeling is excitement. I figured you'd say that. But what faces us is a conundrum even more difficult than during the conquest for Gyo. Zhao may have ceded half of its inner territory to us due to the last battle, but the armies that guarded them were allowed to retreat uncontested, meaning that a large portion of Zhao's military remains in fighting shape and are now bolstering Kantan's defenses. Of special note are the cities of Wan and Hongo, 2 strong, well-fortified cities in Kantan's proximity. We'll need to make use of every advantage offered to us by having such a well-fortified frontline city like Gyo if we hope to bring down Kantan. Make no mistake, this will be a massive undertaking. And now more than ever is the best time to strike. Riboku, huh? He's yet to leave his cozy little prison cell. What better time than now to exploit his absence? Warrant the rumors of an execution? Were that to actually come to pass, you'll hear no complaints from me. I don't like it. I want to defeat Riboku myself, the same Riboku who took down General Oki. Only by defeating Riboku can I become a great general of the heavens. But Riboku dying now could mean the difference between tens of thousands of keen soldiers living or dying. I know that. If you do, then you shouldn't be saying those things so light. Moten. Shin. I also respect Riboku for what he's done. I would go so far as to say that there is no one who fights as fervently for their home as him. For him to meet his end by being executed by his own king, what a sorry fate that would be. But we're hardly the right people to be angry about that. Will he really be executed, you think? Sensei says it's only a matter of time. Zao Capital. Kantan. Ah, intruders. I'll dig out their eyes before killing them. Unless you tell me that the location that leads to Riboku-sama's cell. Ah, kill one. Stop. It's Hokuki. Underneath Hokuki Palace. Hokuki Palace. Riboku-sama. Good. Be quick. And keep the noise down. Here. Riboku-sama, we're coming. Ah. It's a trap. Get back. Shoot them. Go out. Now kill them. Don't let any survive. Shit. Sir, Hokuki Palace was a trap. Damn it, again. Kane and the others have been ambushed. They're in grave danger. I'll go. I'll need 10 horsemen. Yes, sir. Take off Shingi's head and place it somewhere public. Yes, sir. Riboku-sama. Inside Kantan, Riboku supporters, led by Sun Suji, have begun resorting to violent methods in their efforts to free Riboku. By killing key Zao figures in a conspicuous manner, Shun Suiju was showing the rest of Zao that should Riboku truly face the chopping block, they would erupt in total revolt. Of course, the king's faction wasn't going to sit idly by either, and the resulting civil war between those two sides saw the streets of Kantan run slick with blood. Kane's group is back. By the heavens, someone see to their wounds. Are you okay, Kane? Thud. Kane! Riboku-sama. Kane! A report from the group that hit Minister Rin's manor. They say Riboku-sama is under Togo Palace. Now Togo Palace? Wait, it could be another trap. We should carefully examine it first. Treat my wounds so I can go to Togo Palace. Kane, with wounds like that, you need to rest. Shut up and patch me up. Is the time still not ripe? I do so wish to see Riboku's head roll. We must wear down Riboku's supporters a tiny bit more. Once they lose their master, there is no doubt they will become rabid hounds, hell-bent on revenge. Are you implying I'm in danger? Not at all. Your Majesty's safety is assured. It is I that is at risk, and I'm sure the loss of myself will be an inconvenience to your Majesty. You've some nerve. But please rest at ease, your Majesty. We've whittled them down significantly already. 'Tis just the final push. Please entrust it all to your loyal servant, Kakukwa. Hurry up, then. Every day that goes by, my inspiration on how best to arrange Riboku's gruesome death increase. I can see it now. In front of the mess. He's so dirty! In front of the masses of Kantan. I will send him off in such a spectacle that future generations will speak of it until the end of time. I look forward to it, your Majesty. The fate of Zao swings wildly in the balance. The end of 643. 644. Kingdom Chapter 644. House of the Peach Spring. Your waiting has come to an end, Riboku Dono. Rikon Plaza has been chosen as your stage. Countless eyes shall bear witness to your execution tomorrow. 'Tis His Majesty's decree. There shall be no more delays. Have you any last words? The armies of Keen are guaranteed to mount an offensive to try and take advantage of the upcoming chaos. The defense strategy should revolve around halting them at Hanfu. I see. Anything else? Please let Kane and the others know that I implore them not to do anything foolish. About Riboku's last words, do we pass on the message regarding defense to General Kocho and the other to their leader Shon Suju? Damn! Kakukai, do you really think we were going to pass on his last words? Baka was a man who twisted everything that he came into contact. The king of Zhao, however, needed no prompting, for his was a sick and warped soul right from the beginning, without fear. House of the Peach Spring. Father, Riboku is the one man that we cannot afford to lose. I understand that for me to attempt to give you advice treads on the grounds of disrespect, but the ramifications of this decision reach too far. Certainly Riboku's actions may have cost us Gyo, but wouldn't removing his command of the military or stripping his rank of prime minister be punishment enough for that failure? Not the death penalty. Riboku is the gate that guards Zhao from the hounds that circle outside. Who else but Riboku can stop the armies of Keen from marching through our lands? Ka. To execute Riboku is the same as casting our doors wide open to our enemies. There will be nothing left to stop them from rampaging unchecked throughout Zhao. Please reconsider. Let you wish to see this kingdom end in fire and ashes. Your name forever be smirched in the pages of history. Please, Father, I beg you to reconsider. Ka, come closer. Of course. I never noticed. You've really grown, haven't you? Oh my God! He bit his ear? He Mike Tyson him? Your Highness, sire, what are you? Oh my God. Your Majesty, what have you? How could you to your own? Your Majesty, Kasama, Your Highness, it is what he deserves for speaking up against his king. Now get out of my sight, unless you want to lose the other two. Father, please the execution. Please reconsider your decision. Leave now. Your Highness, we need to get your wound looked at. Not yet. Father still needs to. Father! Kohi, bring me Kakukai, as you wish. No. Bring me records clerk, I, first. Certain. Yo, move out. Taikai unit, heading out. Rito unit, heading out. We just got here when we're already leaving? The hell's going on? Orders from General Usin, who's posted at the very front. Something's going on at Kantan, so we need to make ready for an all-out offensive. Something at Kantan? Seems like tomorrow's the day. Every Boko will meet his end. He's really going to. Damn it! Riboku's death is sure to shake up Kantan like never before. Zhao General's Kocho's defenses aren't to be estimated. But if we can break through, then Kantan and Shelf shall topple easily. If we take Kantan, the rest of Zhao shall crumble soon after. Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment, High Shin unit. As if I would. 10, we better get ready too. 10. I know. We need to gather up all the men so we can start the tally. 10. Even if Riboku dies. You better not chase after him, Kane. On a corner with Kantan. Within Kantan. We can't keep searching the underground. We won't make it in time for tomorrow. It's going to be held at Raikon Plaza tomorrow. Our only choice is to attack them there and rescue Riboku-sama on the spot. That's exactly what our enemies expect us to do. Our reports say that they've already gathered enough soldiers there to surround the plaza 3 times over. If all of us go, we won't be able to even to get anywhere near it. We should cut down our numbers and blend in among the citizens. And how are we supposed to rescue Riboku-sama with so few people? Perhaps we should call upon Bananji or Fute's armies outside. No use. The Kantan army are also on high alert. Anyway, by the time an army manages to enter Kantan, Riboku-sama will already be. We will rescue Riboku-sama when he appears on the execution grounds. There is no other choice. Sensuiju-sama? The area around the plaza is flooded with soldiers. Our reports say they outnumber us 50 to 1. 50? Once Riboku-sama appears, we'll have someone deeper inside send a signal. Once that signal appears, I will lead a group to make for the plaza and strike at those soldiers that outnumber us by so much. During that chaos, a small team that has disguised themselves among the populace shall rescue Riboku-sama, but that will be within the plaza grounds. I expect there will be well over 100 men just guarding Riboku-sama's immediate surroundings. Which means, It all comes down to the resolve of the Suicide Squad mounting that rescue. That's right. Shun Suju, could you let me take part in that rescue squad? I will save Riboku-sama, no matter what happens to me. If it costs me my arms or legs, or even my guts are to be spilled onto the ground, I will rescue Riboku-sama no matter the cost. Kane, that was my intention. I leave Riboku-sama to you, Kane. Kakukai-sama, the troops are all ready for tomorrow. Everything's perfect. Finally, we can sweep away Riboku's faction for good. Where is His Majesty? As always, at the house of the Peach Spring. You! The only treasures that the heavens have seen fit to give me are this path here, and all of you. But everyone else, all those others, they treat me as... Your Majesty, you've had too much to drink today. Shut your mouth and fill it up. What? Your Majesty, Your Majesty, I've drunk too much. Your Majesty's health has been a bit poor as of late. Perhaps some rest? Yes, that's enough bathing for today. Come along, all of you. Your Majesty? Squeeze. My chest. My heart. Your Majesty? Call my physician. Hurry. Call. Oh my God! What is happening? Blah. Is he bleeding out of his ass? What are you doing? Call for help. You all... 2036 BC. The same year that Zhao lost the city of Gyo would also see the death of his king. From the CG Zhao Hereditary House section. Oh my God. That was so dirty seeing him shit out blood. That was so nasty. Oh my God. Chapter 645. Zhao's Decree. The forces of the Osen army had spread out their troops to punch through Zhao Commander Kochu's defense. As the various troops marched to their positions, Osen summoned all the generals to a meeting at his headquarters. Zhao King's Decree. General Aku, General Sou, General Denrimi, General Uhan, General Muten. My bad, I got lost. And General Shin. And just as Osen was about to dive into his upcoming strategy for taking the Zhao capital of Kanton, as everyone is here, let us begin. Indeed, the very second he opened his mouth. Urgent news! A top priority report just arrived via bird from our spies in Kanton. From Kanton? Has Riboku gone to meet his ancestors? Speak then. Yes, sir. It appears that the king of Zhao suddenly passed away yesterday. Wait, not Riboku? The king of Zhao is dead? What the hell? What do you mean the king of Zhao just suddenly died? Apologies, we still don't know all the details. Kanton. The cause of death is unknown. Do you take me for a fool? It's obvious he was poisoned. There's no proof of that. You certainly think you can pass that off as death from some illness? Who else will be responsible for this save for your lackey of Riboku? How dare you slander us when you know not even a single shred of evidence? Shut up. We'll force all those bathhouse brats to confess and send every last one of you to the chopping block. I'd like to see you try. Enough of this farce, guards. Arrest every last one of these Riboku sympathizers in this room. I'm sure a few turns at the torture chamber will loosen their tongues easily enough. What? What are you waiting for? Are you not the royal guards? Why are you not arresting the king's murderers? I believe you must understand, Kakukai. We may be guards, but it is to the throne that we swore our loyalty, not you. Of course I know that. The king is dead. As your prime minister, it is only fitting for you to follow my orders instead. Not when the throne's next ruler has already been decided. Do you mean? That's right. Ka-sama, the shining light who will lift Zhao up from his pit of darkness. Release them all! The very day Crown Prince Ka assumed power, saw him making for the dungeons to set free men of talent that had been unjustly positioned. Ka-sama. Without exception, these were capable men of clout and prestige. Clout! Ooh! Do anything for clout and prestige who would normally serve as Zhao's backbone. Yet for daring to rebuke King Tojo for his actions, they had been cast into darkness. We go to rebuild our kingdom. Who stands with me? I. We offer our lives to your service. And of course, this included this man as well. Riboku-sama! Kane. You'll get dirt on you, Kane. I'm sorry for making you worry, Kane. Riboku, Your Highness. There is much that I wish to speak with you about, but I'm afraid time is in rather short supply at the moment. I would ask for your advice on what we should do next. Of course. First, we must mobilize the royal capital's army. Understood. So King Tojo is dead and Riboku gets to live. That Riboku has really done it this time. You mean to say Riboku killed his own king? No, he would never do something like that. Doesn't have to be him. Could be one of his underlings. All the same in the end. Why so regular anyway? Same thing. Is he right, Molten? Enough. The identity of the true culprit matters little to us. What we need to be concerned with is the fact that King Tojo is dead and Zhao is now about to undergo a great change. Yep. It all comes down to who gets to wear the fancy hat next. Worst case scenario for us, it'll be that Crown Prince Ka. I've heard nothing about that guy except for how he's night and day compared to his old man. Is the perfect example of a wise king in the making. I've also heard rumors that some big names were in Zhao prisons or retired and were biding their time waiting for him to take the throne. If that's true and all of them return to the royal court, Zhao will be reborn anew. It won't just be Roboku coming back from the dead. He'll bring a whole bunch of, Something's happening behind the enemy lines. Are those reinforcements? Those are the armies of Kanton. They sat on their backsides for the entire span of the last war, yet now they've come out in full force. We should take this as a sign that Zhao's command structure has already regained function. No doubt about it. Ah, shit. We will need to start again from square one. Return to your individual posts. We will be falling back to the second defense line. Yes, sir. Kanton. Let us lay low at Futa Palace for now. Sire. Damn it, how? At least until the fuss dies down. How did it end up like this? How? Kaku Kaidono. Kuhi. And Clerk I. Latest news from the front. The Osen army has retreated. Ooh, truly? Calm down. That was exactly as Riboku Dono predicted. Usi will now set his sights elsewhere. We shall endeavor to lure him to Haya. My word. During which we will expand on Hongo as our new base of operations. If only we had more skilled men in either the pen or sword. Fret not. We have already begun to recruit talent from Buan's underground. Most impressive, Kasa. Our men still have yet to discover Kakukai's hideout. Dispatch more men if needed. He must be brought to justice. He is the root that holds those corrupted officials together. Leave him alone and will only continue to fester. Ah, Kakukai. Is that? As the heir apparent to the Zhao throne, captain of the royal guards, Enmu, I order you to arrest that traitorous wretch Kakukai. Hear, hear. Your Highness, forgive me, but we... Kakukai, you fiend, what have you done to Enmo and his men? Dear me, what on earth are you implying? I assure you I have done no such thing, for it was King Tojo, blessed be his memory. I don't know. Yes. The document I hold is beyond any shadow of doubt the late king's last decree and will. Half a day before his untimely passing, I was summoned by his majesty and bidden to commit his exact words to writing. It is an official document signed by the royal seal. The king's last will. It reads thus. Could it be? By order of the king of Zhao, King Tojo, ninth of his line, his heir apparent to the throne, Crown Prince Ka, is hereby removed from the line of succession. The Zhao dynasty shall be succeeded by his majesty's younger son, his highness Sen-sama. Dear God, Sima Kian, author of the Shiji, Zhao Hereditary House section. What did you say? Had but one thing to say in regard to the Zhao king's decision to strip the crown prince of his right succession in the favor of the younger. What a horrid travesty. That's wild. Super wild. Reading on along. This is bullshit. Chapter 646. Not since Ganmon. There's no doubt that will was altered by Kakukai in some way. Aye, it has to be. There's no way it's legitimate. Damn it all! I guess when Kazama was about to take the reins and bring Zao back from the abyss too, how could this happen? Riboku Dono. We must question the legitimacy of the will in court tomorrow morning. Wait, can we do that? Doesn't matter. It has to be done. Riboku Dono. There are much more pressing matters that demand our attention right now. Riboku Dono, what do you mean? Riboku Dono, Your Highness! Bruh. Oh my god. Taka. So soon? And in broad daylight too? Oh my god. Assassins, who sent you? The answer is obvious. Kane, protect His Highness. Riboku. I fear our guards have been wiped out, but Fute will be coming for us. Until then, it's up to the two of us to fight our way out. Yo! Go ahead then. Let's go, Riboku. Damn, Kane. Not since Gamma. Escape from contact. Keen, Usunami, front lines. High Shin units campground make construction. Wait, what? They passed over the Crown Prince for his little brother instead? Are you sure the news is reliable, Moten? It is. I was visiting Uhan's camp earlier and happened to be around when the notice came. It appears things might get messy again, so we may end up moving up our battle lines once more. So if I were you, I wouldn't put too much effort into setting up here. What do you mean by it getting messy? A war between brothers. Just like between Sei and his half-brother Saikyu. A lot of blood was spilled back then. And this time, the younger prince snatched the throne at the last moment possible. If this was something that was a long time coming, then maybe could have begrudgingly accepted it. But there's no way the Crown Prince faction will let this one slide. History has shown that more often than not, disputes around the order of succession are soon followed by a culling of those with different loyalties. If the younger prince's side strikes the first blow, it will be the Crown Prince and Riboku's cohorts that should be disposed of. Are you serious? What are the Zhao royal family playing at here? First they want to execute him, then they save him, and now they want his head on a platter again. It's enough to make one pity Riboku, even if only slightly. I'll catch you later then, Shin. Moten. Riboku. They are putting in work! Reports. Master Tay and Ho have been eliminated. And their families? Every survivor we miss is a potential of sea disaster. Aye, sir, accounted for. Their bloodline is no more as of today. The same for Master Ro and the Marquise's Kaka as well. The younger Prince Sen's faction was swift and thorough in the retribution. They thought themselves free from their cells, only to see their entire family buried into the dirt along with them. What sorry bastards. And who else would head this vile rabbit other than Kakukai, the newly appointed guardian to Prince Sen? Don't let your guards down. Only when Ka's head is brought to us will Sensama's ascension be assured. But he's on the run while being guarded by Riboku. Exactly why we must remain vigilant. When it comes to talent and charisma, neither of those two are found wanting. They absolutely cannot be allowed to live. We still hold the royal seal in our hands. Bring me Ka and Riboku's heads, even if it means mobilizing the armies of Kantan. Wow. Highness, to remain in Kantan is to seal our fates. Our only hope is to escape and make for the small city of Hosha. Hosha is ruled by an acquaintance of mine. At the very least, we should be safe there, for a time. Our one and only goal now is your survival. To lose you would be akin to losing Zhao's last ray of hope. I know not when, but the day where you rise again will come. Until then, we will guard you with our lives. I ask that your highness remain strong until then. Riboku-sama, enemy figures ahead. How many? I'm not sure. Your mount, sir? They outnumber us at least 5-1. We'll punch through a single area. Vanguard, move up. Riboku-sama, please fall back. I don't think we can afford that luxury right now. When was the last time circumstances forced us to ride side by side in such small numbers? Not since Ganmon, I wager. Kane, not even at Ganmon, sir. Is that so? All we did at Ganmon was argue with each other, wasn't it? Riboku-sama, you too. We're about to hit them. Sheesh! Riboku can wield the sword, baby. He cold with it. He cold with it. Woo! Shit, they got past. After them. Don't let them escape. Protect the carriage. Hooah! Die. The carriage. Forget the small fries. Target the carriage. Kill that traitor Ka. He dares to rise in revolt against the throne. Hooah! Kill him. Not while we stand. They would call us traitors. How dare. Wars fail me. Never mind me. Protect the carriage. It's Riboku. Get him. Claim the bounty on his head and you'll be set for life. Riboku-sama. Oh my god! Arrow to the arm. Jesus! You son of a... It's Kane. Take this one alive. She's a lively one. A fine woman. We'll give her plenty of... Ooh! What? Ura! Die, Riboku. Why did things turn out like this? Why are people of Zao killing one another? Not only that, they've turned their blades on Riboku-sama of all people. This can't be. None of this makes any sense. At the cost of more than half of their retinue, Riboku and the Crown Prince were somehow able to escape through Kantan's North Gate, which had definitely been held by Shunzuji and Fute. Of course, Kantan did not delay in sending pursuers. However, they were swept away by a company of soldiers led by Bananji that had been lying in wait outside the capital. The situation soon reversed, however, when the armies of Kantan that had also been waiting outside the city launched their own attack on Riboku and Bananji's army. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the Bananji army did not hesitate to dig into their heels and serve as a shield to allow Riboku and Ka to escape northwards. And so it was that at long last they finally arrived at the safe haven of Hosha. Finally, the running was over, though the cost had been tremendous. It was there that Riboku would part ways with Ka. Will you not be joining in the city, Riboku Dono? There should be no more danger from this point on. I must return to Bananji, and from there I must find a way that will allow us to turn the tide. Until the time is right and the stage is set, I would ask that you please stand strong with your resolve. Once the dust has settled, I shall call upon your highness once more. It's over. All those wise and experienced ministers that supported me, and those loyal servants of Zhao who patiently endured in the prisons, none have been spared from the slaughter. And if that were not damning enough, the next king is none other than Sen, a man I fully expect to surpass my father when it comes to generosity. The kingdom of Zhao is finished. Your highness, I am sorry. For a royal family to have wrought such undescribable folly, forgive me, Riboku. Forgive me. We've confirmed that the Banaji and Fute are safe. They're setting up camp in the forest of N. I see. I'm glad to hear that. Sir, as for the situation with Kantan, Kane, I believe that can wait till tomorrow. You should get some rest. Not until you rest first, Riboku-sama. I see you're still as stubborn as always. Kane, how many years have passed since we first left Ganmon? Why do you ask? It's nothing. There's no specific reason, Riboku-sama. I fear the chances of Crown Prince Ka taking the throne are now slim to none. At a time like this nation, what on earth are we doing? I must admit, I feel somewhat weary now. I'm sorry. Please excuse me. Kane, could you stay here for just a while longer? Of course, sir. I will. Always be by your side. Always. No matter what may come, I will stand by you. I'm gonna read one more. I'm gonna cap it off there. Kane's just sobbing and sobbing and sobbing. Crap, crap, crap. Chapter 647. Activity at Canaan. Crap, crap, crap. Crap, 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 crap. That was the first time I'd seen Riboku-sama so depressed. It was too much to bear and my mind ended up going blank, but then I gave him that really weird hug. I will always stand by you. I mean, as a worried vassal, that wasn't too weird a thing to do, right? Who am I kidding? If it were Fute doing it, it'd just be plain disturbing. Feels like I've crossed some line that I was never meant to cross. Wait, no, I'm so dumb. I should be glad Roboka-sama seemed to recover somewhat. Uh, I'm sorry. Pardon me, sir. I'll excuse myself for real this time. Kane, it is I who is sorry. And thank you. He thanked me, right? He's not thanking me for that hug, right? He's thanking me for what I said earlier. Kane wants the dick. Why did I say all that anyway? Although going by his voice, sounded like he cheered up a little. Am I imagining things? I wanted to stay there a bit longer, but why the heck did I jump out like that? Kane just. You okay, Kane? Shut up. Leave me alone. I'm such a coward. Shit. What are you talking about? Looks like Kane still got some pep in her after all. Gang, gang! Bananji, SSJ, Fute, Bananji, Sunsuju, Fute. I'm glad to see you all in one piece. Looks like you haven't lost your spirit either. I had heard you had lost your nerve, but it seems they were mistaken. Empty bravado, I'm afraid. That's fine with me. Why are you standing so far away? What are our plans from now on? We've disobeyed the king's decree, clashed with the capital's troops, and even helped smuggle Kasama out of the city. I'd say that more than the ticks all the boxes that would allow them to label us as rebelling against the throne. Now we're rebels? Talk about cutting to the chase. Honestly, I was more curious about who King Toju got wasted by. There are three options available to us. The first, to surrender and submit ourselves to the punishments that come. The second, to continue running away as have done so far. Lastly, fight our way into Kanton, slay the new king and his little pet Kakukai, and place Kasama on the throne. He wants to lay siege to Kanton? This guy for real? Alternatively, we could change the third option up slightly. Instead of calling for Kasama once Kanton has fallen, we simply have Riboko-sama be the one to usher in a new dynasty. That is enough, Shon Suiju. Even if we were to bring down Kanton and place Kansama on the throne, his rule would be marred by the use of force. Anyone who stoops to such measures would never truly be accepted as king of Zhao, much less for it to be at the hands of someone like me. Nor have I ever held such intentions in the first place. Yes, sir, my apology. So what's the plan in the end? Even if we surrender, it's not like they'll let us live to see another day anyway. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm quite fond of my head. So I guess running away is our only choice. We will run, but not because of the last option available to us, Fute. If Zhao is to have any hopes of avoiding her impending fate of ruin and defeating Qin, then she will have need of us and our abilities. Until the day comes when I am able to regain command of the Zhao military, we will lay low. You sure that day will come? Aye, it will. Do you really think they'll be able to hold back Qin's advance without Riboku-sama's help? I'll give them 1 year before Kakukai comes crawling back to us. Assuming he's not a complete moron anyway. Our recent actions still lie within a blank period of time before the new king is officially crowned. There's more than enough leeway for them to brush aside our clashes as misunderstandings should the need arise. We need to keep stalling for time to allow King to run amok. Hope for everyone back in Kanton to start having second thoughts. Of course, we'll be contacting various figures behind the scenes during this time as well. We'll still need a place to lie low during all of this. The cities under our sway have already been surrounded. As it happens, there's one place I wish to visit. The city under Shibasha's rule, Seka. Shibasho, the man who stopped Ordo in his tracks, and also a candidate to be one of the three great heavens. I see. He seems to be a man who cares little for the squabbles of the state. But will he still be willing to take us in? I have already received his acknowledgement. Then we go. To Saika. All of us. So long as I'm with Riboku-sama, I don't care where. Haha. You never cease to amaze me, Riboku-sama. Now you've even roped in Saika Shibasho. You're going all in on this, aren't you? You won't be satisfied just with them allowing you back into the capital. The day we return to Kanton, we will come back stronger than we've ever been before. Exactly so. We will bide our time and rebuild our strength. When the hour of our return comes, it shall be at the head of an army far greater than our current number. Yes, sir. 236 BC. Though Qin has snatched Gyo from Zhao, they were unable to make any further inroads into Zhao territory. Despite Riboku no longer managing Zhao's strategy, Kanton wasted no time in carrying out precise and effective measures to strengthen the area's defenses. Mobilizing a mighty Kanton army, which had not set a single foot outside the capital during King Tojo's reign, they were able to strengthen the front lines together with General Kocho's army. But that was not all. Zhao then turned their attention to the city of Hango and Hayo, behind the front lines, swiftly fortifying and transforming them into military strongholds. Both Zhao's bureaucrats and military officers alike were shocked at the efficiency and confidence shown by Kankakai in ordering these measures. Unknowns to them all these actions stemmed from pieces of advice that Riboku had bade Kankakai to pass during his time in Kanton's prison. While finally started snowing. And as time passed and the calendar moved onwards into 235 BC, this year would see China engulfed in an unexpected war between three states. But before that would first come a certain event that took place in Qin, one large enough that it would even be recorded in the Shiji. We're not making any progress on the Zhao front lines, and they're also still strengthening Hayu in the back. Why isn't Osun considered a forced breakthrough? You're late, Master Shi. What does it matter, Master Shi? Forgive my imprudence, but could I ask for your majesty to accompany me outside for a moment? Why are you here too? If you want me to leave, then give me a reason. If it's just you, then it should be fine. It's just, I'd rather Shohokun and Rishi not be privy for the moment. Shohokun and Rishi? Something you don't want them to know? Is it about Kanan? Yes, sire. By Kanan, do you mean I? Ryofui. What? Do you mean to say that Ryofui appears to be plotting something once again? No, or at least we haven't seen anything concrete as of yet. However, it has reached a point where we can no longer ignore it. What do you mean? As you know, Ryofui was stripped of his rank due to his manipulation of the Roy incident 3 years ago. Was then forced into retirement at the city of Kana. Except the last 3 years have seen men once again gathering under his banner. Their numbers have swelled to a point where they can even rival the royal court. Has Ryofui been actively recruiting them? Unfortunately, we don't have any information as to that. Much of our intelligence on the matter still remains messy. Those that have journeyed to Kanan have included the remnants of the Mr. Ketsu faction that we were not able to recruit, as well as the remnants of the state of Ai, and of course the Ryofui faction's own remnants. In other words, those misfits and leftovers from the other factions that were never integrated into His Majesty's cohort and instead spent their days skulking in the shadows have now all amassed under Ryofui in staggering numbers. But truth is, for a while, we've been focusing efforts on stemming their growth behind the scenes. But the momentum can no longer be stopped. The time has come to cut them down straight at the root. What do you mean by that, Mr. Shi? Ryofui must die. You want to kill Ryofui? Yes, Your Majesty. I understand your concerns, Mr. Shi. But first I wish to meet him once more, so that I might look him in the eye and talk to him once again. The snow this year simply won't stop falling, That's right, Ryofui, Ryofui, Ryofui. Woo! It's getting good, folks. But for now, I'm going to cut it short here. Yo, what up, Wolf? What up, Uno? Page 1. Billy. What up, y'all pulling up? I got to end it, though. Berserk coming later. Peace.